It's Friday. Are you ready to begin your weekend with this one?
Las alertas rojas por olas de calor están empezando a activarse en toda la península, por lo que las autoridades recomiendan extremar precauciones, sobre todo en la población de edad más avanzada.
Mi abuela.
Papá.
Ahora me toca a mí cuidar de ti.
Llevan mucho tiempo observándonos. Veo sus sombras en el reflejo, en mis sueños. Mañana vais a morir.
Es el fin del mundo, tío.
Now, before I dive into this spoiler-free episode of the Fiend Zone, as we are going to be talking about the 2023 film The Elderly, or better known as Viejos. Now, before I talk about the film, I have to admit something. About a year and a half ago, during the live stream, I spoke to my brothers Ricky Grimes and Joe the Psychologist about the usage of old people in horror films, how it was on an uptick. Now, later on that year in 2022, me and Ricky Grimes reviewed a movie called Old People, streaming on Netflix. And we both really enjoyed that film because it gave us a different take of the elderly being used in horror. Now, in that film, which is similar but very separate of the film I'm going to talk about, is you had the elderly fight back. Now, the premise of that film was mostly about how the new generation is forgetting the old and does not seek the wisdom of the old, and therefore the old are being forgotten. Now, fast forward to 2023. I saw this film in December, and man, it left me totally wondering what would happen if this happened. So, as you could tell, when you watch a little snippet of the trailer, I tried to not throw as much in there as possible, except for the beginning of the film, because that's probably the only thing I'm really going to dive into that might be filled with little spoilers. Yes, The Elderly is currently streaming on AMC Plus. If you do not have AMC Plus, try to get it or just do the 7-day trial and then cancel afterwards. But yes, this film is directed by Raul Serrazo and Fernando Gomez. The cast includes Paola Gallego as Nala, Zorian Igalor as Manuel, Irene Anula as Lena, and Gustavo Salmeron as Mario. Now, in the beginning of the trailer, you did see an elderly woman get dressed up. All of a sudden, you see another elderly witness her jump off a balcony. Now, this film does have a premise about it. It is about the elderly, it is about dementia. It is a very touchy subject, and unfortunately, it's a realistic subject that most of us will probably deal with either with somebody we know or hopefully not ourselves. But unfortunately, it is something that's there. However, the film does have this thing where it really grasps the concept of the elderly in this film. Now, like I said it before in previous shows, the two things that creep me out the most and are the scariest things in films are children and the elderly. Well, the elderly in international films, because Old People is an international film, and the elderly Viejos is an international film as well. Now, Manuel, this is a synopsis of the film. Manuel, who is suffering from the early stages of dementia, is taken in by his son, and they have a daughter named Nala and his new wife Lena. Now, this interaction between the family and Manuel is very, very tension filled. Like, I'm not going to go into what happens, but it's very tension filled and carries some of this film. Now, we get the scenes of the elderly in this film, and I got to tell you, it's creepy. The people they used, well, great actors. It was very well done as far as actors go. The scenes, it is very brutal. So if you have a queasy stomach, maybe don't watch it, but I would suggest watch it anyways. So once Manuel moves in, with Mario, we start getting little paranormal occurrences. I'm not gonna tell you what they were. I can tell you, I'm trying really hard to keep the spoiler free. But yes, occurrences happen, and the film begins to really build on attention, and you start wondering what exactly is going around and what exactly is causing the elderly to behave and act a certain way. The film itself is a very slow pace. It is a slow burn, but this guy really likes slow burns if they're done and if they're character story driven. This one is very character story driven. The actors in this film are very well done. Manuel does play that creepy, at times loving, but just his presence is tremendous in this film, especially when he acts like the mean, grumpy old man. Nala, the granddaughter, was well done as well. She does get a little annoying from time to time, but however, she carries herself as a granddaughter and the one that, well, not gonna say, not gonna say, but yes, Mario comes out a little bit annoying, and you'll see why. Just drives you crazy. The relationship between Manuel and Lena is very, very interesting, and it adds more to this film. Now, I will not tell you what the ending is. I'm not gonna tell you the in between, but this film has a good pace as far as how they reveal things slowly. Because even at times where I thought I was figuring out what was going on, nope. Reality threw me a different direction, and the ending left me like, what the fudge? The Elderly is very well done. Cinematography, once again, I am big on cinematography and storytelling. Both of these are very well done in this film. There are some things that, plot holes and things that drive me a little crazy about the film, but watch it. Let me know what you think about this film because it does have very interesting aspects and the twist you will not see coming in this film at all. Even after I was done watching it, I was still wondering, what did I miss? And oh my God, are you serious? Now, there are certain scenes in this film that pay attention to detail. But yes, currently streaming on AMC Plus. What do I think of this film? I'm going to give it a 4 out of 5. Now, if you want to see this film reviewed for Three Corners of Horror, because you know how Ricky Grimes and Joe the Psychologist, well, they don't really like slow burns unless very well done. But will they like this one? Well, I am a little excited as well because next week, yes, Lost or Found returns. Season 2, 12 episodes. And we are going to start off with one. Well, Joe the Psychologist has a, how can we put, connection into the horror Fiend TV beginnings and the rise, as this is one of the films that he first came on to do with us. So, yes, maybe he appears in it. I'm not sure if we could pull off a psychologist, but definitely get ready because I am excited for Lost or Found Season 2 coming out next Thursday. And Mom, Mother of Monsters, is a great, fun film to watch, but it does have potential triggers in this film. So be wary of what you're going to watch. I think it's currently streaming on Shudder. But yes, Lost or Found Season 2 next week. Elderly, AMC Plus. Watch it. Let me know what you think about it. I tried to keep this as clean as possible because I did not want to spoil the film. And Ricky Grimes will tell you, I will spoil the fudge out of things. He just wants to kill me for it. But watch the film. Let us know. And enjoy your weekend. This is JR, Horror Fiend TV, The Elderly. Watch it because the old people can be very, very scary. So, have a good one. Peace.